Kim K and Khloe in major trouble as the both criticized each other. The internet exploded this week with outrage over new photos posted by reality TV star Kim Kardashian. The images showed her 4-year-old daughter Northwest wearing makeup and temporary tattoos. Cries of child exploitation and inappropriate sexualization filled the digital airwaves as mommy shamers from all corners of social media rushed to condemn Kardashian's parenting choices. But before we continue, please subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell for more updates. But is this level of vitriol really warranted? Or is the backlash against Kim yet another example of the intense scrutiny and judgment that famous mothers face in the modern age of hyperactive social media and perfect parenting standards? Kim, of course, is no stranger to controversy. The Kardashian-Jenner clan has built a billion-dollar empire on the back of their highly publicized and endlessly analyzed personal lives. From Kendall's Pepsi ad faux pas to Kylie's preteen lip kits, the family has weathered its fair share of PR storms. This latest flare-up around North's makeover, however, may be the most heated yet. In her Instagram post, Kim wrote that North had been bugging her to let her wear makeup, so they compromised with some temporary metallic tattoos and a light dusting of eyeshadow. Critics immediately pounced, arguing that a 4-year-old has no business playing dress-up like an adult. Phrases like childhood stolen and too much, too soon ricocheted across Twitter and Facebook, as moms and dads far and wide wag their fingers at Kim's perceived parental misstep. This is just the type of thing that feeds into young girls' insecurities and an obsession with physical appearance, wrote one particularly vocal detractor. Kim has a responsibility to set a better example, not reinforce toxic beauty standards. The counterargument, however, is that North was simply engaging in harmless self-expression and creativity, something child development experts have long encouraged. Many defenders of Kim pointed out that they regularly let their own young daughters experiment with makeup, nail polish, and other forms of play acting without fear of warping their fragile psyches. "Since when did a little dress-up become tantamount to abuse?" asked one fan. North is obviously enjoying herself, and as long as Kim isn't forcing her to contour like an Instagram baddie, I don't see the problem. Indeed, the kerfuffle around North's makeover does seem to highlight a cultural tug-of-war between two competing visions of modern parenting. On one side are the hypervigilant Sharents, who believe any hint of sexualization, imagined or real, must be ruthlessly purged from a child's life. On the other are the more relaxed parents who see no harm in letting kids explore their creativity, even if it means temporarily altering their appearance. Notably, this debate is not limited to the Kardashian clan. Actress Jessica Biel faced a similar social media firestorm last year when she posted a photo of her 4-year-old son Silas wearing nail polish. And just last month, singer Pink was praised for teaching her young daughter to reject rigid gender norms by showing her how to do a full face of makeup. The question at the heart of all these controversies is a complex one. At what age should children be allowed to experiment with typically adult forms of self-expression? And what is the line between fostering creativity and enabling an unhealthy obsession with looks? Developmental psychologists tend to agree that creative play, including dress-up and cosmetic experimentation, can be a normal and healthy part of a child's development. They argue that as long as the child is not being pressured, the activity is age-appropriate, and the parents maintain open communication, there is little cause for concern. What's important is that the child feels empowered and in control of the experience, explains Dr. Samantha Rodman, a clinical psychologist and parenting expert. If North was begging Kim to let her play with makeup, and Kim obliged in a safe, responsible way, then I don't see the harm in that. The counterargument, however, is that famous parents like Kim wield inordinate influence over impressionable young minds. Critics contend that by normalizing the use of makeup and body modification at such a young age, Kim is setting a dangerous precedent and contributing to an epidemic of body image issues among girls. Kim has a platform, and with that comes a certain level of responsibility, argues parenting blogger Emily Henderson. Like it or not, North's friends and fans are going to see those photos and start pestering their own parents to let them do the same thing. That's where it becomes irresponsible. Ultimately, this debate speaks to the larger cultural reckoning happening around women, power, and physical appearance. As society grapples with the fallout of the #MeToo movement, and the toxic beauty standards perpetuated by social media, the question of how to empower young girls without objectifying them has become increasingly complex. For Kim Kardashian, who has built her empire on her carefully curated public image, this particular controversy may prove to be one of her trickiest public relations challenges yet. Does she continue to let North freely explore her creativity at the risk of being labeled an unfit mother? Or does she censor her daughter's self-expression, potentially robbing North of valuable lessons about confidence and individuality? In the end, the answer may lie somewhere in the middle, a nuanced and evolving approach to parenting that acknowledges the unique challenges of raising children in the digital age. Because when it comes to the delicate balance between self-love and objectification, even the most famous parents are still very much finding their way.